therefore, can we as organizations actually cater to something which is so fleeting? See, it makes great sense from marketing, right? You are in a very bad mood, I sell you a product which will make you happy, right? And I've made my transaction, because it's very transactional. But as organization, we move from the transactional point of view to a more of a relationship, right? Organizations are second home to me.
True, yeah, you spend so much time
so
there.
much time,
Right?
energy.
What our analytics does is it's not event based. It's not one event. The consistency.
That's
Not only
that's a
one.
point.
So that's how it is. It's consolidated over a period of time.
So therefore, I'm objecting to this word mood. Maybe we can use something else for that, the psychological makeup, because people use the word
Affective
introvert.
quotient, whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Because mood generally has this feeling that
Yeah, you could have a call from, someone totally outside your work environment maybe, all right? Someone calls you and that can be very upsetting, right? Sometimes you get
anyone
some
from
upsetting
Mahindra?
news. Yeah,
if
right.
AI captures that and makes it my life. then
True,
I
you
have a
read
problem.
something which is disturbing and then, you're going to be...
If nobody is from Mahindra, so what I heard actually,
making sure.
no, what I want to make sure is, I just wanted to learn a little bit more on that, because this is what I heard. They have come out with a platform where, it's not about mood actually, when Professor talked about. So the bot pops up on your computer screens every day, and it tracks for consistency for almost few days, almost 10 days or something.
Right.
Not on the mood, but on the varied topics actually, the bot picks up conversation on varied topics, and then based on that, the AI engine analyzes and nudges the manager to have a conversation if he has really been stressed or something actually.
Right.
So these are things which I really want to understand how they're doing, but I'm just trying to
It'd be
tell
good
you
to
that.
sort of understand that way. Especially I think...
So this is more unobtrusive and
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's always a concept life cycle. Today
No,
it's
and
mood,
that's, I
and
think,
that's
is more dangerous.
Yeah, it's a
it's about how
plus
you
and
use
minus are
it.
there, actually.
People...
Because if I don't even know I'm being read,
Correct. Right.
that where...
to do it because the hybrid workforce today is a large number in our kind of industry.
Yeah.
In IT, and remote. They really want to have a handle on what's
The point is, I think, you like it or not, the digital is here to stay. So we have to adapt and we have to look at the
how you
privacy
moderate
concerns
it
and
and
then how
use
do
it,
you
yeah.
moderate and use it.
Yeah.
Because especially it connects to the other topic which we are going to discuss, the corporate nomadism. So here you have almost 12% of the labor market in a hybrid or work from anywhere kind of a mode. So,
Like FEA agent only developed a questionnaire to identify psychopaths.
All right.
There are 12 questions, right?
Right.
And he was saying, I don't want to publish it because corporate will misuse it. They will use the questionnaire not to reject psychopaths, to recruit psychopaths. So it is ethical problem is always
Without
there.
that, we have so many already.
A lot of definitions have come up in the recent past, right? Which we have not used in the past. Mental health, narcissistic behavior. You got. You
True.
started using words.
Correct. Which is coming to the mainstream today.
You've started using words right now and defining
sometimes
it.
even not understanding what they actually mean.
Different
Yeah,
ways of
so-
avoidant behavior.
and-
People
and-
are like
and
talking
they-
about different ways in which people become
but
uncomfortable.
I'm not sure how to marry these two things. This is here to stay, the digital emotional tools or whatever tools you call it, AI and ML, because that's the age we are. But at the same time, India is also getting into GDPR, privacy laws and things like
because
that.
of
Very contrary. I don't know how to marry
think-
these two things and then,
It's also the camaraderie, right? I would directly relate it to the camaraderie in an organization. So, at least in the past, there were a lot of smoke breaks. People went down, and that was the hub to, that's when everybody, pull up one or the other. And today,
Give a pat,
like you said,
give
there's a lot
support.
of loneliness. As much as there's so much of things out there, they're still running
Grappling
their own
with
life.
it, yeah.
They don't know how to reach out.
just segueing a little.
because nobody likes their pictures. And that's the generation we're dealing with today.
But segueing a bit actually.
Like me posting her pictures.
So,
How
Sabita,
can you do it without my
I don't
permission?
look.
I mean, for you also, little bit segueing, but how do these privacy laws, how do you operate actually in business? It's very difficult, the kind of, laws which are put in place. I'm not sure how even any business can run without,
We just came up with a privacy
complete
set of
adherence to
laws,
the-
yeah, seriously, for something as basic as our website.
Right.
And I can tell you, if you were to even completely adhere to it, and if you were to, trust me, I don't think 50% of the businesses can run.
No,
because
seriously, yeah.
A, some of these laws are so theoretical. B, more importantly, if I were to start
Adhering to
adhering
everything,
to those
right?
laws, trust me, I may even be constrained from asking you how's your family. I mean, it can be so bad,
Yesterday
That's
I was
true, I
attending
mean,
a DPDP workshop.
So I think that's a very fine balance. But I love the point that you brought up. Honestly, we all know that tools are here to stay. AI is here to stay. I think that's there. But it brings us back to the core question on something like an emotion. How are we ever going to, rather than saying how far are we from actually implementing it?
And the
And
DPDP
how would
says
we do it when we eventually
every
come to
other
it?
purpose I have to take a consent actually, right? So yeah, a personal file, if I have to transfer to somebody else to look at, then I have to take a consent. I mean, it becomes,
The Act itself has been amended thrice.
Yeah.
2005, 2008, 2000.
the act is now on, the rules has to come, so that's why we are
Come
waiting for it,
eventually.
yeah.
If you, in Paris, for example, you are not supposed to ask about your religion. You are not supposed to ask about your sexual orientation. You are not supposed to ask about your family unless you are the person who wants to tell voluntary
All right.
information, right? So one of the things that's going to happen is a kind of standardization of norms across the world.
Yeah.
Right? So the point that we were talking, cultural norms of this place, that place, those are going to go. Already the Gen Z generally looks the same, whether the person's from
Right,
Chennai,
it doesn't matter where they are
doesn't where
from,
you are
right,
from.
yeah.
Right? Even among students, I find the dressing thing, the thought processes, the language they use, even the emojis they use for specific occasions, they are all the same. Right? So what's going to happen because of this privacy laws is that a kind of cultural
Standardization.
uniform.
But I don't know whether that's right, true, I mean, right or good or bad actually, because India has been a culture of
Very diverse and very
more
rich.
cohesive,
Right.
family
I
oriented
might
culture,
actually not even agree that we are moving towards the homogeneity because take about 20 years back when a lot of things that we said or the way we thought had to adhere to certain norms. So I believe that 20 years back there was a lot more homogeneity as against today where you